Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
What's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Say hello, hola to my Spanish watchers. Hi to my English watchers. What up, though, to my people from the country of Detroit. I can't figure. I think I've covered everything. What up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy, in the building one more again, man. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you have watched this show before and you decided you found it not robbery to come back and watch again, thank you so much. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. Let's talk really quick. I know what you're wondering. You're saying, what in the world is this show? What is See You in the Morning? It is my horrible idea to wake up every morning and just kind of go over what's on my mind, whatever I'm thinking about, whatever may be happening in my world. And I just talk about it. Sometimes recklessly, sometimes loosely, a lot of times with no direction. The only direction we can guarantee on this show is that at some point, we're going to take a left turn. We're going to all get in here and a left turn is going to happen. So let me first start off, man, by the first thing that I do on this show is as I speak to everybody. If I ain't sleep with you, I speak with you. That's old people saying. You always got to be like, old people be like, I ain't sleep with you last night. So they make sure you got to speak to them. I didn't understand what the correlation is. I don't know if that means if you did sleep with somebody, you don't have to speak to them in the morning. That seems rude. But from my virgin point of view, it feels like if I slept with you last night, you should be the first person I speak to in the morning. But who am I to judge, man? I'm just a young man out here living a virgin, clean, pure life. So there's no need for me to even judge. But anyway, let me go ahead and speak. First three people, of course, get a medal. Winning the bronze today is Crystal Sex Appeal. Good morning, Crystal. Coming in with the silver, Crystal Panel. Good morning. And winning the gold this morning is my man, Antoine Sutton. So Antoine Sutton representing for the fellas, laying down in the Carl Thomas emotional pose, face, the light glittering off his face. He looked like a honey bun, but that's his personal preference if he feels like doing it. So Honey Bun Sutton with the gold, Crystal Tasty Panel, Crystal Sex Appeal, double crystals, followed by Kim Cat Thomas Jones, Katrina, good morning. The Pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy, good morning. Jamie, woo! Felisa is in the building. Us here. Ida Seaborn, Geraldine. Look at that. Hey, now, let me tell you something there. Now. I don't care what y'all say. We can talk about anybody on this show, but what we not going to talk about is Geraldine. That is a solid woman right there. I don't even know. Once you name your child Geraldine, your child is already going off and on a good pace. You name your child Geraldine, when they first start walking, it's going to hurt them a little bit. When if you name your baby Geraldine, when that baby take his first steps, it's gonna be like, woo, on their first steps, woo, Yeah, Geraldine got some soul with her. That baby, that's a baby that don't drink milk. They drink just straight pot liquor from collard greens. Wilberta's in the building. Good morning, Wilberta. The Bishop, Reverend Dr. Calvin J. Hill is in the morning. Dolores is in the building. Cynthia is in the building. Marche Trouble Coleman is in the building. My cousin Monica's in the building. My visiting pastor, Pastor Shy. You got to have a home and a away pastor. So Pastor Shy is my away pastor. I can't even really just get him whenever I'm in New Jersey because there's another church I go to in New Jersey. Shout out to my man, Pastor Powell. So between Pastor Powell and Pastor Richardson, I'm gonna need one of y'all to move y'all church to another state so I can have y'all, so I have tri-state preachers. Y'all are my side preachers. I left church, all right, to worship with my side preach. My side preach. Okay, moving on. Patricia's in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We're going to go ahead and put Crystal in timeout for just a few moments. She's earned that. Princess Wilkins. Good morning, Princess. Nicole, Melissa, Aries. That's welcome to you. Good morning. Everybody's in here. La 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 ba bra. Yeah, the side preach. I left church. All right. To worship with my side preach. My side preach. All right. So it's Monday. I usually get my weekend recap first on Monday, but I got to do this. I got to do this, fellas. We got to do better, fellas. We've got to do better, especially my single fellas. My single fellas is out here, and we trying to find women, and we like, man, we've been everywhere. We went to the club, the bar, restaurants, and we can't find no women. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. You're not looking in the right place. You're not looking in the right places. We keep looking in churches and stuff of that nature. That's not it. We got to start going to these festivals and to these carnivals and to these conferences. TD Jakes' daughter had a conference this weekend. It was like 50,000 women. 50,000 women in one place. You can't tell me you couldn't find something to slide up in. You can't tell me you couldn't find something and slide something. 50,000 women. This is what we need to start doing, fellas. I'm all about it. If I can find me a group of guys who is willing to go to all these women's conferences, we on our way. Marche is talking about carnival. No, see, carnival, that's different. That's a whole lot of ladies out there. They dancing, they showing skin, but they ain't trying to get it in. They showing skin, but they not getting it in. We need to go to all of these women's conferences. The women's conferences is what we want. We can glide in and slide in. I'm about to dive in. Do you know how emotionally vulnerable those women were at that TD Jakes conference? Oh, you could have did it. Now you can't go to the. See, here's the problem. See, the men's conferences are different. A lot of times you go to those preachers' conferences, and the preachers are just trying to sleep with the other preachers. But if you go to these women's conferences, I'm about to dive in. You got to be ready. I'm telling you. At least 45,000 women in one place. And if you know anything about church, only about 12,000 of them was married. The Woman Evolve Conference. That's what you want. That's what you want. The Woman Evolve. You could have went down there and had an evolution. Fellas, we are missing out on the evolution. Listen, the Kojic convention, if you know anything about Kojic women, the Kojic women is what you want. Go to the Women Empowerment Conference to pick up one, and they think God said, and that's what they gonna think. You walk down there, man, and you got to start saying, you got to use, and when you go, you just got to make sure you use church pickup lines. You got to go. We got to go to Woman Evolved, and you got to walk in there and like, woman, thou art loosed. You hear me? When she walk by and them yams is yamming, you got to tell her, "Ooh, girl, you are loosed." Listen, ain't nothing wrong with you going down to the women's conference. You see a woman you like and start doing this. You just start reaching around on your chest. You just start doing this right here. She be like, "What's wrong?" They be like, "I believe I've lost a rib. It must be you." Huh? I believe I've lost a rib. It must be you. Come on, man. Come on, man. You got to go down there, man. You can get them. I'm telling you now. You walk in there, man, and if you really trying to be upfront, man, and direct with her, because sometimes you don't want to go down there to build no relationship. You just trying to find something to dive in. You got to go down there and be like, hey, baby, do you mind if we, I don't know, go somewhere, man, listen to a little music, dance like David danced. Huh? Come on here. Dance like David? Man, if you don't go down there, man, and hit her with some of those gospel pickup lines, I'm telling you, God dive in. This is it. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if women are gonna keep evolving again next year. But if they evolve again next year, I'm getting me a bus, fellas. We going down. Women, y'all had y'all chance. They had the Million Man March. If y'all ain't go to the Million Man March, that was on y'all. Y'all could have scooped one up. Million Man March was y'all time. This is our time. Can I just wade in your water? Huh? Can I just wade? Listen, you just sitting at the bar, she walk in, he's be like, oh my God. I saw you ascend on this bar like a dove, and I know the Lord was well pleased. Come on, man. Huh? Huh? Can I put my lily in your valley? Come on here. We don't need no bright and morning star. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm telling y'all now. We got to do better. You be like, you welcome her to your hotel room. Be like, hey, this is my hotel room. Hey, man, welcome in, man. I like to call my hotel room Gilead, and there's a balm in here if you like it. Ha! Come on, get on this balm. Come on in the room. Yeah, come on. Man, this is it. We on our way. We are on our way. Ladies, just know, fellas, we got to do better. Next year, y'all can put me down. I'm at the Woman Evolve Conference. Or whatever TD Jakes' daughter calls it. I'm going to that. I am on my way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And there's biblical precedence in there. You can walk in and just ask the lady, excuse me, ma'am, how do you feel if I rode your donkey to Damascus? Come on here. Huh? Let me ride your donkey to Damascus. Come on, man. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. We got to do better, fellas. We missed out. We missed out. Jamie said don't do it. I'm just telling you. I'm getting a group together next year. We are going through. Them women gonna be emotionally vulnerable. They'll fall for anything. I'm telling you, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great time. So y'all say it's the Woman Evolve Conference is what it's called. Women Evolve. 40,000 at least. 45, 50,000 women in one place. 45, 50,000 women. And I'm just talking about church numbers. So in church numbers, there won't but at least 12,000 of them in a relationship. That leave you 33 to 38,000 women, fellas. If you can't find you a woman at the Woman Evolve Conference, you go ahead and hang it up. You just go ahead and hang it up and go to Pride Festival and find you a man. That's exactly what you need to do. And each year, more women attend. So that means next year we're gonna be 50, 55,000. Man, I am ready. I'm ready. Listen, call me SpongeBob. And I think it's in Dallas or something. Look, Courtney said a group of single women, a gaggle of single women went from her church. And we missed out, fellas. We missed out. The biggest singles conference in America. Good morning, Lasha Unda. We got to get ready. So next year, fellas, Woman Evolve Conference. We are on our way. We're on our way. My weekend recap, man, because it's Monday, the beginning of the week. I usually talk about my weekend. I would talk about the debacle of sports that I went through last night, but I'm not going to talk about that. Not yet. I'll talk about that tomorrow. If you don't know about my sports show, I got a whole show dedicated to sports. It comes on every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Same place y'all are getting this amazing action. Y'all can get the Tuesday sports show. Is called Second Give. It's myself, 3 co-hosts, Jason, Zoe, and Slater. We get up there, regular guys talking about sports from regular guy angles. This could be one of the most uncomfortable episodes that I've had to do in a long time. So y'all tune in this week to watch me squirm on the show. About the squirm on the show. And we'll talk about all of that stuff, Lisa. We'll talk about that primetime game, how that should have never went to double overtime, how I still don't like Deion Sanders. I just think the Lord just going to keep taking toes from Deion. That's what's going to happen to him. He sooner or later, he just going to be no toes Sanders. But we'll talk about that on Tuesday night. I went up to the Connecticut this weekend, and I still don't see a purpose for Connecticut. I don't know why it exists. I talked about that on Friday, I think. I don't know why Connecticut exists. We can cut down our number of states to about 25 to 30 if we start to just kind of mold some in, bend them together. That's going to be great. Other than that, man, I don't have who has hemorrhoids. I don't understand what's going on there. That was a weird question. Is that something you talk about on a Monday? Do people talk about their hemorrhoids publicly? I'm in a I've been in there. Somebody just sent me a text message about Martin Lawrence. No, Martin Lawrence is still alive and kicking. I don't know why every couple of months they try to kill Martin Lawrence off. I just got a text message about that Martin Lawrence passed away. I want to be that famous, but I don't at the same time. I want to be famous, but I don't. I don't want to be famous enough that people decide to kill me off. I find out a lot of stuff that I'm doing all the time. I'm a whole virgin out in these streets. I'm always find out somebody I'm in a relationship with, somebody I'm dealing with, somebody I've done the horizontal hoochie coo with. It's crazy. I don't even be knowing nothing. I be out in these streets behaving myself, and I always find out stuff about me from somebody else. I don't know how many times I've moved away. People always come back to me and they be like, "Oh man, you moved away," and I be like, "I didn't know I had moved. I didn't even know I had moved." People be like, they be like, "I know you don't live here no more," but I be like, "How y'all know that? I haven't moved at all. I run into people all the time." Now, here's the thing. We got about a 3 to 5 year plan where I'm gonna be multimillionaire. Multimillionaire. More than one. I've already decided. One of the biggest problems that I've had in my life, in my career, and I'll say that. We'll talk. Today's a motivational Monday, so maybe I'll help motivate somebody with this. One of the biggest problems that I've had in my career and even in my life is I just been humble. I've had this level of humility that I go with, and I don't think I've believed in myself the way that other people have believed in me. People have always been saying, "Do this, do that. You can do this." They've always been able to say, "Oh, you got a certain level of talent. You should be able to do this. You can do this." And I've always downplayed myself. No matter what I've ever gotten on or ever did, I've always lacked looking at me the way that other people see me. One of the amazing things about that is that nobody ever sees themselves. If you ever think about it in life, you never get to see you. You see everybody else, you get to see, but you never looked upon your own face. You've seen reflections of you. You've seen your reflection, you've seen images, you've seen pictures of you, but you never looked upon your own face, right? So sometimes, and we all know that Anybody can look at something and see it completely different. Everybody can see one thing. We can be looking at the same person. We can look at the same person, and it happens all the time. We can look at the same person, and everybody sees something different in them. That's why. That's why there really isn't. That's why I was like. That's why I always be like, I'm alternatively attractive. There's really not any ugly people. There's people out here that somebody looks at and be like, "Ooh, that's a fine piece of man candy." And you look at it, you like, "Oh my God, no, that's Metamucil. That ain't man candy. That they making my bowels move." Some people can look at one person and somebody looks at the other. People see that with dogs, with cars. Everybody's vision is different. What I've had a problem with, and these are moments of transparency. What I've had a problem with in my life is seeing me the way that other people see me. I'm like, I tell you this, I still have an issue that whenever I do a show, I still have an issue with my ticket price. I'm gonna be 1,000% with y'all. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I always have a problem with the ticket price for my show because I always feel like ain't nobody finna pay that much money to see me. It don't matter what it is. If the ticket is $3, I'm like, oh man, ain't nobody. Oh man, I struggle. I never look at when I do shows. I don't look at the ticket sales. I don't look at any of that stuff. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Somebody tell me, hey man, we need to do these tickets for this amount. No, that's way too much. $8. And see, that's the thing, Marche. Marche is like, oh no, people pay for what they want. I've had a problem with saying that I'm what people want. It's hard to feel wanted as a virgin. When you're a virgin, you feel like don't nobody want me because you haven't tasted the sweet nectar of a woman. Once you listen, everybody knows that once you pop that cherry, you act a little different. It's hard to imagine people just wanting to see you and wanting to spend their money. I be looking at my money and I be like, I be making a Beanie Man sound. Zagazow. Would I spend money on me? That's been a big issue for me, right? Thank you. I like it. I appreciate everybody saying all these nice things. And so here's the thing. I'm in a season now where I'm starting to realize, hey man, you're definitely worth all the things that you've done. I've looked at some of my credits. I've written for everybody in the world. I've been on the stages with everybody in the world. Like I've been all over the country and done great. I've learned that I'm not regionally funny. Some people are funny at home. Some people are regionally funny. Some people are okay right there. Like New York, we have comics in New York. I'm gonna give y'all an inside peek into the comedy world. We got comics in New York who are only funny in New York because there are nuances to doing comedy in New York that you can get away with, but you can't get away with anybody anywhere else. In New York, you can do a whole set about riding the subway, and it's relatable to people in New York because they ride the subway. But when you go to Nebraska, ain't no subway in Nebraska. They don't understand what you're talking about. There's no relatability. Where can I connect with you? Oh, right, they be like, you know how it is when you ride in the subway. I don't. I ride a tractor. You got to watch that. There's people. Gay says he's funny in his mind. There are people who are funny in their mind, and then when it come out their mouth, it ain't the same. It's people who are funny around their family and friends because their family and friends know, oh, that's outside of your character. That's not who you are, right? So I've been able to go all over the country, East Coast, West Coast, Dirty South, North, the Midwest, everywhere, and still be able to be relatable and relate to the people and be funny and just tell people these jokes, my story, and they laugh, right? I'm cool with that. Now I'm in a season where I gotta start being like, nah, cuz I see me like others see me, and then realize that the goals and standards that I want aren't too much. I think a lot of us are dealing with situations where we stop us from reaching where we need to reach. There's a lot of y'all right now that are on your job. You can't stand your job. You really feel like, oh man, I should be higher up in my job, or it's not even a job or career that you really want. And you're letting other things, other influences, outside influences are not even affecting you. It's your own inside. It's your own inside voices that stop you from reaching where it is that you want to be. Your inner voices. Our inner voices are the loudest voices we ever hear. And it's crazy because nobody else gets to hear our inner voices. We've decided in our own heart, I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. Oh man, who's gonna want me? Who wants to do this? Who wants to do that? Some people are in relationships because they're afraid to walk out and be like, hey man, somebody gonna want me. Man, I've always admired. I may not enjoy it, but I've always admired the midriff shirt on the big girl. When that big girl don't let her big girlness stop her from wearing that midriff shirt, I'm all in. Because she's saying, look, this is me. Somebody gonna like it. Even if the only somebody that likes it is me, that is enough. I think we hold ourselves back. I know a lot of women who dress conservatively, not because they like to dress conservatively, but because they're worried about what other people will say about them if they dress a little more provocatively. A lot of y'all ladies want to let your yam show. A lot of y'all ladies got yams that need to be yammed out. We need to see the yams. But you've been constantly like, oh no, ain't nobody going to see me. Oh no, there's a roll over here. There's a roll. Let them rolls go. Let them go. There's some hungry people out there. Feed the people. If you got rolls and yams, you are a complete meal, ma'am. You're not even a snack. You are a whole meal. Yams and rolls, man, give it to them. Give it to them. Lakeisha said, I'm approved. I keep it covered up. But that's the whole thing about it. Sometimes our inner voices hold us out. Now, there are people who are just approved. Like, if you just approve, that's fine. Like, man, look, I'm going to just keep it covered up. I'm approved. I don't, listen, if you're going to see me, it's going to be in your imagination. And there ain't nothing wrong with that either. But we got to get to a point where we understand the power that's within ourselves and that we are good enough to be wherever it is that we need to be. So that's my whole thing now. I sit around and I be like, man, me and these millions, we finna be, like, I've done decided what I'm going to do with the millions. And I'm going to tell y'all now, I've had my phone number over 20 years. Won't happen when I get these millions. Tell you that right now. It's a whole new number coming. When you try to reach me and you can't reach me, just know that first million that hit. Matter of fact, when I get close, I might change my number. I don't think, is money going to change me? Absolutely. 1,000%. I ain't even going to be the one that lie and be like, I'm not going to change when I get money. Oh, I believe the songwriter said a change going to come. I believe that having money, I believe this. I believe this about people who get money and when they get money. I believe the presence of money only accentuates who you really are. If you were, this is my thing. It doesn't change money doesn't change your character. It may change the way that you live and it may change the way that you do things, but a person's true character comes out when they got money. If you are a jerk, when you were broke, if your true character was being a jerk, when you really get money, you're gonna become a huge jerk. If you were benevolent, you were giving, you were caring when you were poor, it's just gonna be exponentially higher when you get money. That's it. I don't think I'm gonna be a rich jerk. If the people who know me know I give. I'm a giver. I give everything except for this peen. Huh? I give everything except for the I hold that back. Waiting on marriage. I give a woman a man. If I give you the shirt off my back, I give you everything except for these hip thrusts. Holding those in. You can get 25 letters of the alphabet from me, but you can't get the D. That's right. You can get there's 25 letters of the alphabet you can get from me, but I'm not giving you this D. And that's just what it is. Listen, Antoine, it's gonna be difficult when I become a rich virgin. I'm gonna have to give me a hoe swatter. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to get when I get rich. Princess said, "What about the P?" That's a good point. 24 letters. You can't get a D. You can't get this P. But I don't think, Princess, men don't ever call it the P. The P, that's y'all. Nah, man, ain't no man. Imagine a man come up to you and be like, "Let me give you this P." He'll never get it. It'll become in vogue immediately. Never gonna get it. A man can't walk up to you and be like, "Yo, let me give you this P." Nah. The D. That's all it is. That's the only letter a man can use. Man gotta walk up. Man, it just sounds more powerful. Girl, I'm gonna give you this D. That's it. That's it. So I don't know who I'm talking to. Might have to fight it off though. They come through. Them ladies come through. They're gonna be throwing it at you. You got no. That's it. Somebody gonna want me when I get money. I'll tell you that now. I'm sitting over here right now as a multi-hundredaire. Don't nobody want you. But you get up into the millions. I get I'm gonna have to make sure these women fail like the men failed the DNA test as Kirk Franklin's daddy. All right, I shouldn't have said that. It's too soon. Too soon. I'm gonna have to do a whole show about Kirk Franklin's daddy situation. It was too soon. I shouldn't have said it. That one was wrong, but I felt it. I'm gonna have to, but I'm telling y'all now, man, it's gonna be some changes. I went through a situation just yesterday. Um, I went through a situation yesterday, and today's a transparency show, the motivational Monday. I had somebody had made me so mad yesterday. I almost had to remind them I'm from Portsmouth. If you grew up in Portsmouth, it's a certain level of deviousness that they kind of ingrain in you right around 4. Right around the kindergarten period. Right around that time. Right around the time of kindergarten, they teach you how to survive. It's a different survival mode. But you also learn how to be treacherous. And somebody came out their mouth at me via text. You ever had somebody send you something in a text that was so disrespectful that you had to go back and reread the text to yourself to make sure that was what you read? Yeah, you ever read something to try to be nicer for the person that texted? You read, they be like, "Oh no, surely they didn't mean that. Surely that is not what they were saying. What they meant to say was," I almost typed back to them, "What you meant to say was," because clearly, I can take it like Jesus. Verily, you didn't mean to say that. Verily, you couldn't have meant that. That could not be what you meant. And in that moment of reading it, I was so mad that I was shaking. And then I had to remember my health, and I had to be like, maybe this is a seizure. But no, it was the angriness. Disrespect. Look at my friend Toya. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this about my friend Toya. I was so happy for my friend Toya the other day. I seen her with a picture of her feet up in the window, and I was like, oh, when black people put their feet in the window, they had a level of happiness that you can't even describe. That's a level of happy. I ain't never been that happy. But when you see a woman throw her feet up in that window, that level of happiness right there, that level, white people do it all the time because they live free. White people put their feet in the window all the time. They got their feet in the dashboard, and it makes black people mad. But when I see a black person with their feet up in that window, I be like, one, they really short. Two, they had a level of happiness that I ain't reached yet. I ain't reached. That's what I'm trying to get. I'm gonna put my feet up on that dash. Y'all see my feet in that window. Y'all know. But I got that text yesterday. That text had me fuming. If I had to took my temperature after reading that text, I'd have had a fever. I was hot. Even today, I had thought it through. I was like, I am still mad. But I ain't gonna let the text take me to the place I was gonna let it take me. I was ready to go put sugar in all they gas tanks, man. Put gasoline. I was gonna go find somebody with crabs. Get the crabs, put them in a Ziploc bag, and then litter them all over their toilet seat. I was gonna do anything negative I could find. I was gonna go in their house and take all the remote controls out of stuff. I was ready. I was ready to go ham. But I've calmed down now. What's going on, Dennis? I've calmed down now. So hey, what do we learn from today's thing? What do we learn from today's? What is today's motivation? I was ready. I was ready. Here's the thing. And this particular person, and I'm technologically savvy. Today we live in a time of AI. I could have put up pictures of you. Anyway, I'm a hold back. But I'm not gonna do it. I went and talked to some people last night. I called up my good friend Malara because I know she's a whole counselor. I said, Malara, this is what I'm going through. And Malara was like, hey, she was talking all the king stuff. She's like, hey, king. I was like, oh, since I'm a king, I can just go kill his family. Because that's what kings do. I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. La da 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 da. That's what the king said in Hamilton. I will kill your friends and family. And I was like, if I'm a king, then I can do what I want to do. And she's like, okay, well, maybe not king. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't even let her finish the sentence. She was just like, hey, king. And I was like, oh, boom, I can do what I want to do. Then she's like, no, king. I was like, oh, like Martin Luther, that means I can sleep with his wife. And she's like, no, king. So I came back. She got me together. She was like, you're not wrong for feeling the way that you feel. Yeah, see, and here's the problem, Bernard. There are some therapeutic things that I get from you, Bernard. But you also, sometimes, Bernard, you can't separate friendship from therapists. You the therapist that'll tell me right, but if my ratchet sounds good, you'll support it. You'll be like, oh no, do that, nigga. I'll be like, wait, no, Bernard, I was supposed to. Then I gotta end up calming you down. It's a lot that happens. It's a lot that happens with you. So there's that. Here's what we learned today. Here's what our motivation is gonna be today. And then I'm out. This is what today's motivation is. Today, man, I want you to go and I want you to take just a self-reflective step. I don't know. It don't have to be really long. It could be just a couple of minutes. But I want you to take a self-reflective step. And when we take these self-reflective steps, I want us to realize how amazing you really are. I want you to look and realize there's something uniquely and inherently you that makes you amazing. Like this whole thing, like if we look at life and the world and all part of God's creation, like it's like a puzzle. And each piece fits into the puzzle its own unique way. There is something about you that only you can do, only you can provide, and only you can be. There's only one you. I want you to look at you, and I want you to decide today that we ain't finna hold us back. We not gonna be the reason we don't get to where we need to be. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with outside sources, outside forces. We're not even worried about those no more. Those are not what are holding us back. I want us to sit today and decide that I'm not gonna stop me no more. I'm not going to be the reason why I don't reach where I need to be. Whatever my goal is, whatever my determination is, I want me to look at us. I want us to look at us and say, it's not going to be me. We fit to make it to where we want to go. All of us. I want us all to self-reflect and be like, man, I'm reaching the next mountaintop. I have spoken into the lives of a lot of people. And this might just be not just my story, but yours too. I've supported everybody else. I've seen the greatness in other people. I've told them how great they are, and I've seen them move on to their successes. I've seen it for other people. So now I'm fitting to see it for me, and I'm going to see it through. So whatever it is, man, just you deciding today that you're good enough, you're great enough, and there is no height that you can't reach. There's no level of success that you can't have. It's going to be yours. And today we got to decide we not holding us back no more. It ain't finna be us no more. I'm gonna stop my self-doubt. I'm gonna stop my self-doubt. I'm gonna stop breaking myself down. I'm gonna stop telling me no before everybody else does. Everything for me now is gonna be yes. Yes, I can. We going out that thing like Sherman Klump. Yes, I can. We get in there. And when we get there, just know we finna take this world by storm. I got it. We can do it. I know you can. I know you can. That's our Monday motivation. Now you know how it is. Once we master Monday, the rest of the week ain't do nothing but bow down. She said, give me my theme music. There it is. I'm gonna give myself my theme music. We out, man. I'm gonna see y'all again on tomorrow, man. Y'all make sure y'all have a great day on purpose with purpose. I love y'all, man. I'm out. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere.